Hello homies and welcome to day 4 of World Homeopathy Awareness Week, where we'll be releasing a new episode every day from 10 to 16 April to celebrate the birthday of the founder of homeopathy, Samuel Hahneman, who was born on 10 April 1755. Today is the second of our series of 5 episodes where you'll hear from mothers and a couple of children who use homeopathy. We'll kick it off today with Belle, who is a mama who's recently started helping other mums to make homeopathic remedies from their own breast milk. She was inspired after listening to my podcast episode number 8 with the lovely Patricia Hatherley. You'll also hear from Laura, who's been using homeopathy since her pregnancy, and 5-year-old Arise, whose clever mummy Ayesha has been using homeopathy with him. Then you'll hear from empowered mother Sarah, who has grown her collection of homeopathic remedies to over 100 in little over 2 years' time, as her knowledge has continued to expand. Most of the mamas sent me in audio clips via WhatsApp for this episode, but I was lucky enough to have had a chat with Sarah via Zoom, so you'll hear me pipe in as well. You'll also hear from a very good friend of mine, the incredible Sandra Walker, who's been using homeopathy for 11 years, and she helps people create the life that they desire by energetically clearing out the emotional baggage that is the current foundation for their reality. So check out the show notes to get in touch with Sandra. And lucky last is Tammy, a busy mama of 2 gorgeous boys who uses homeopathy for a variety of different things. Tammy also shared an incredible story of how she used the remedy culex musca, which is made from the mosquito, to treat mosquito bites in her son. Unfortunately, the audio wasn't really great, so we couldn't use it, but you're just going to have to take my word for it that it's an awesome remedy. Thank you so much to the amazing mamas and to Arise for sharing your stories so that our listeners can enjoy this episode. Thanks so much.
Hi, it's Belle here. I must admit that I am a bit of a homeopathy nut. I think I described today that they're like Pokemons and I must catch them all. So for my family, homeopathy has really changed our lives. For myself, my little one who's nearly 17 months old, for my sister, niece, my mum, for some other family and friends, just anything that's come up in their lives where they've needed support physically or emotionally, there's been the perfect remedy for them, or maybe they've had to try a couple and then they've found the right one without having to go and use just a typical pharmaceutical type products, or if they are, they're using them alongside and having much better results than they would on their own. For our family, we really love the ultra teething mix. I know Chamomilla 200C works great for most kids, but for my little boy, it was the ultra teething mix that was a game changer. So that's certainly one of our favorites. And also pulsatilla when he was little, because he was quite clingy, but he's grown out of that now and moved on to the toddler tantrum mix. And some days he'll just be having one of those type of days, you know what I'm talking about, and I will just give him one dose and he is just chilled. It's not changing who he is, it's just making him feel more calm and at ease. And then what's my last one that I love? I really love the sleep support for all of us. It just helps go to sleep more easily and feel more rested. And then if I do have a rough night, my absolute favourite one for all mums, I wish that everyone had it, is culex. I think that's how you pronounce it. That's an awesome remedy. So that's how homeopathy has changed our lives. And in terms of getting into homeopathy, I think one of the easiest things is just to get one of the mini kits. We started with the mother and child and we found that really effective. And then we moved on to getting a lot of the combos, like the cold combo, clear discharge, thick discharge, the headache combo, the cough combo. As you know, the teething one I mentioned, the immune tonic is amazing. There's another one called stress and well-being. There's lots of different ones for babies with specific issues like colic, reflux type things, skin like eczema. And I've seen that there's been a lot of success with those. So that's where I'd start, and just start giving it a go. And there's no wrong way, and you can't ever overdose. It's completely safe and effective. So I just think get those, join the homeopathy hangout, and there's so many beautiful mums that are always willing to help out. And yeah, that's all. Thanks everyone. Bye.
Hi, my name's Laura, and I am so excited that I discovered homeopathy during my pregnancy. It helped me immensely during labour, and then now that I've got my little bubba, I've used it countless times, from Arnica when she cut her ear to when she's bumped her head, and even for myself, Russ Tox, when I've hurt my back. It makes me feel so much more empowered as a mother and a caregiver, and I'm so grateful that I've discovered it when I did.
Hello, my name is Iris. I'm 5-year-old. I learn about homeopathy. I use homeopathy and it helped my whole family. And because my favorite remedy is leader, because at one part insect bite me, and my mom gave me leader, and then it worked. Then I was able to play again. I also like chamomile because when my sister teeth was coming, it made her feel better. Everyone should use homeopathy, and because it works and is yummy.
Hi, my name is Sarah Brown, and my son and I have been using homeopathy for 2 years now. I remember seeing everyone in a Facebook group recommend Eugenie for everything, and so I signed up to the free course, but it actually took me a while to actually do it. And once I did, I was mind blown and wondered why I hadn't done it earlier. It's such a staple in our life. I now have 120 plus remedies and feel super empowered with the knowledge Eugenie and all the others share in our group. I use homeopathy for all the standard first aid uses, from splinters to all cuts and potentially nasty sores. And the Hypercal Mother tincture has worked to treat on many occasions. And I also use it for standard colds and flus and sore tummies and all of that. My favorite remedy to have on hand is Ignatia, because when my son is sad, I find it really helps him and also me get through the sadness. Another of my favorite is the combination 22, which is for anxiety, which I don't need as much anymore, although I really wanted to take it before now, but I didn't. But it helps so much, and homeopathy has also helped me not need that anymore. So it's helped actually get to the bottom of the anxiety, so I don't need it. My ultimate favorite remedies are the ones my son and I get from our consultations, because it's just been such an amazing journey so far. The remedies just help me get to that next level. For example, after detoxing from the pill, I actually am able to feel emotions like gratitude that I didn't get to feel as much before. I'm all about getting all the suppressed stuff out, so consults are always the best. And we only just had one yesterday, so I'm super excited to start my next 8-week prescription this week. So also my son had a favorite. I asked him what's his favorite, and I had completely forgot about this one, but it's another goodie. The bug bite and sting remedy combo. It just makes the bite just disappear, basically. Ant bites are super itchy and stingy, and they just disappear after that remedy, which is funny because I would never not have it on hand with my son, but then if I go out and get stung or something, I always never have it on me, because obviously he's my priority and not myself. So my advice to any newbies would be to definitely do the course now and don't put it off. It will blow your mind. And also to book yourself and your kids in for a consult, because you won't regret it.
Oh, Sarah, you blow my mind. I'm just so excited to see how far you've come, because I think it's been about a year or so we've been working together. Hey,
no, 2.
Has it been 2?
Yeah,
oh my God,
yesterday.
time flies.
Yeah, I searched in my emails to find when I actually
Aw.
started, and it was actually yesterday. So I saw you yesterday as well.
Oh,
It was
happy
our 2-year
anniversary to us.
anniversary.
Oh, I'm so glad to hear that. And you know what? Like as practitioners, we learn so much from our clients. Our clients are our biggest teachers. And I will never forget that time that you came in and you said, after I did the contraceptive detox, I really felt gratitude in my whole
Yeah.
being. And I was
Oh,
blown away because
I feel it now. I'm so grateful for you.
Oh, well, the feeling is completely mutual. Yeah, it would just blow my mind because if you think of the contraceptive pill and how it suppresses our ovaries and everything, it makes complete sense that when you do this detox, you'll feel these emotions. And there's another client of mine that did the MMR vaccine detox with her child, and she said that this child actually became so much more affectionate afterwards. And there's these types of things that you just never could know unless your clients teach it to you. So I want to say a really big thank you to you.
That's okay. Thank you to you.
Thanks so much, and give your son a huge cuddle from me.
Hi, my name is Sandra. I discovered homeopathy when I was pregnant with my son 11 years ago. I couldn't eat anything that was remotely healthy, and I found sepia, which allowed me to live again, which was amazing. Since then, homeopathy has become a big part of our life. We don't ever have painkillers, anti-inflammatories, any of the normal medicine cabinet stuff in our house. We only have homeopathy, and that's what we've relied on for the last 11 years amongst other holistic remedies. Our favorite is obviously arnica, because that is the one that gets used very often when you've got young children. My favorite event with arnica was when my child was probably about 2 years old, and he slipped and fell in the bath, and for about 2 weeks he refused to have a bath or a shower until I gave him a couple of doses of arnica, and the trauma that he had sustained that was making him fearful completely went away, and he was again happy to have a shower. We've used all sorts of remedies for all sorts of things, for us, for our animals, and even contemplating using some remedies for the garden. I believe that my garden is low in phosphorus, so I'm about to trial adding some phosphorus homeopathic remedy to some water and spraying it around the soil. Yeah, that's it. Thanks. Bye.
Hi, my name is Tammy. I am a mother to 2 beautiful boys and have been using homeopathy for myself and my family for about 2.5 years. We began our homeopathy journey when my first son was born, and it's something that we started and have never looked back on. We feel so confident in homeopathy and using it to help our family, aid in whatever it is that we need. It's incredible the things that homeopathy can do for anyone. And I just thought I would share with you some of our absolute favorites. It's really hard to nut down to just a few, but I have done it. And I'm firstly going to talk about how incredible the ABC mix is and how it got me through all the teething stages with both my children. The ABC mix is the remedy aconite, belladonna and chamomilla. It has just saved us. It's incredible. I hear all these stories of parents going through sleepless nights and children just experiencing that pain with teething. And I know it sounds so strange to say, but we have never experienced painful teething with our children. We haven't experienced those long nights or sleepless nights because of teething. And the best way to put that is my 2-year-old had his 2-year molars come through, which are apparently meant to be the absolute worst. They came through without us even noticing. And that was because if I just seen that he had slightly red cheeks or his hands were in his mouth, I just straight away went for the ABC mix. I gave him some of the remedies, and without knowing, his teeth just popped up, and I just used those cues of seeing what was going on for him and suiting the remedy to the symptoms. And ABC is just my number one. That is the remedy that I recommend to all mothers with babies getting prepared for teething. And our second favourite would have to be the almighty aconite. I think that is something that everyone has to have in their kit for homeopathy. Have a few of them because you just go through them like crazy. Aconite is the one remedy that we use for the beginning of everything before we may have any really distinctive symptoms. We use aconite if we start to get a runny nose. We use aconite if it's the beginning of a cough. And a lot of the time, it nips it in the bud, and it's just finishes stuff before it even begins. And aconite is my favourite. I keep it in the nappy bag. I keep one in the car. I take them everywhere because at the first sign of something, I will give aconite a few doses, and majority of the time it never goes any further. So that is a number one remedy for your kit for beginning out, or just always having stock of that one. Another one, this is personal to myself, is nat myrrh. My whole adolescence suffered with cold sores and would get multiple of them at once, and I just always struggled with trying to keep them at bay, or even when I did get them, having to deal with the 2-3 week process of them healing and then them disappearing. And nat myrrh is an absolute lifesaver for me since we began homeopathy. Also, just changes in my diet obviously helped, but I found if I ever had that tingle on my lip that you get when you know a cold sore is coming, and I dosed up on nat myrrh, the cold sore wouldn't even become a blister. It would maybe just be a red little lump, but it would come and go within just a few days. I didn't ever get that pain, that discomfort, and the real aching on my lip from cold sores that I'd experienced prior. And that was because I jumped on it first straight away with nat myrrh, and I continued that through until my cold sore was gone. That is one of my favorites. I have that in my kit for those moments that I need it. Sometimes if as well I'm going through, say, some extreme stress, or I've had some sleepless nights and stuff like that, I will take nat myrrh as a preventative, just knowing my triggers for cold sores now as well. And I haven't had a cold sore for a good year, and like I said, if they do pop up, they don't hang around for the 3 weeks that they used to when I was younger. It's literally only days. It blows me away every time that nat myrrh helps me out for my lips. I'm just in love with that remedy because they're probably the worst things to get. Last one I have decided to just throw in there is nux vomica. I hope I pronounced that right, but that one is an absolute favourite of mine. Having a toddler now, well, I have 2 toddlers, but having my toddler obviously attend birthday parties and go to Nana's house and do things that might require overindulging, having lots of sweets. And we try live a very holistic, conscious lifestyle of what we put into our bodies, but sometimes it's just about having fun, going to birthday parties, letting the kids eat what they want, and letting them choose what they want to eat and intuitively eating. And sometimes if that means having a few too many cookies or having 2 pieces of cake at a birthday party, I'm allowing my children to move through that themselves and learn the feeling of those foods being in their body. But having nux vomica, I am able to confidently allow them to make that choice, because if ever we go to a birthday party, I will give them a few doses before we go, knowing that they're probably going to eat a few things that their body's not used to, and then I'm also going to give them a few doses after. I very sneakily give them the dose before they go see Nana as well, and after they've seen Nana, because Nanas just love to spoil the kids. And that's exactly what they do, and that's fine. That's their beautiful little bonding and fun that they have together. But that remedy, Nux vomica, just gives me so much confidence in allowing that to just be what it is, but have that support system from the homeopathy and that remedy to help my kids' bodies move through that overindulgence and maybe a bit too much of something. It definitely also helps me and my husband as well if we ever overindulge, and that's probably one of my other favorites too, so another one to have in the kit. My last piece, I guess a little bit of advice, and my last bit to say about homeopathy is I remember at the beginning being so overwhelmed with what it was and how do I use it and how do I give it to my kids and how do I know what remedy to use. And I think my best piece of advice that I can give anyone that's either thinking of doing homeopathy or wanting to start it is just make that first appointment and go to your first consult and just talk about it and hear about it. And if you feel aligned with it and comfortable with it and you feel drawn to it, then just start off with the basic remedies. And aconite is just number one. And if you're a mum, then ABC, make that number 2 for teething. And I think just taking that first step, making that first appointment, discussing it with the homeopathy professional of your choice, and just, I don't know, seeing if it fits well with you. And if it does, then just pick those simple remedies and go from there. That's exactly what we did. And years down the track, we have like 4 kits in our home. We use constitutional remedies for all of us in the family to help aid in whatever we're experiencing. We have regular consults, and I just feel so confident in homeopathy for the so many things it's helped us get through, and I know it will continue doing that for me and my family. But it just started with those first few remedies, giving it a go, having a shot, seeing it work, and from there I just began to feel my kits and I became more confident with it. And it is literally just something so important in our lives, and I believe everyone should give homeopathy a go. So yeah, we love it, our family loves it, my boys absolutely love their remedies, and I feel very heart-filled as a mother to know that this is what supports our family. Thank you.